Hello, hi everyone. This is Achilles from Axart Labs, and today I'm very excited to present to you our latest music plugin, which is called Beatflux or Beatflux. To be honest with you, my Greek accent doesn't know where to go, so I will call it Beatflux in this video. All right, so Beatflux is basically a groove box with built-in sounds. You can import your own sounds, and it's directed towards electronic music, and also it's got generative capabilities. For the folks that are somewhat familiar with one of our previous plugins named Autobeat, I'm quite sure they will recognize some familiar components here as well. All right, so let me demonstrate what you can do with Beatflux. All right, so I've got Ableton Live session open. I have inserted Beatflux into one of the MIDI tracks and it's gonna output audio. I'm starting the playback and click on generate. All right, so as you can see, once I click on generate, I get a set of 16 beats, right? So the beat slot that I have selected contains the basic beat idea, and then you get also variations. So you can expand this beat with many variations, choose what you like, etc., etc. Now, the interesting thing is that Beatflux contains built-in sounds, right? So if you click on this tab, you get to the sampler section. And here you can do a number of interesting things. You can rotate through the inbuilt sample selection of Beatflux. You can load a drum kit. It's drum kit, you know, this is good for hip hop, trap. This is techno, drum and bass. And then you get a random selection of the built-in samples. And here you can spice up your beat a little bit with some sample controls and also some effect sends. So, for example, if I find, excuse me, if I find that the snare is a bit too dry, I can try and add some room here. Yeah, even some delay. Okay. So yeah, you can do that with any of the samples here. So you can refine the beat in that way. Another thing is that you can process the beat in the beat editor, right? So you've got here, every beat has a default duration of 8 bars, but of course you can adjust that. So you can play 2 bars. Right. And then you can, like for example, I think that's a bit too much, right? So you can edit pretty much every bit on the step editor. So you can, all right, let's make that one part just to be able to preview. And let's make that fade in. And let's add some ratchet here. Right. So you can optimize your beat. You can refine it the way that you like it. Another thing is that you can regenerate certain tracks, right? So let's say, for example, that you find the beat to be lacking some tom sounds. You can select those tracks by the track selector thing. You can clear the selection. Anyways, I can select these tracks and then I can generate tom part for all beats. Yeah. I can make it a bit different in character by increasing the tension, the buttons. Yeah. Okay. I can even mix different styles, right? So we've got this basic hip hop trap kind of beat, and now I'm gonna generate a set of techno toms. That's what could go wrong. I hear you wondering. Right. So with this, by excuse me, by being able to select whatever tracks you like, you can create all sorts of hybrid beats, etc. Or you can skip that and go directly to the mixed genre, which is basically mixing. Um, every beat becomes a hybrid beat, made up from different styles and genres. Okay, so another thing is that you can lock bits that you do not want to be overwritten, right? So let's say that I like, what do I like? I like this bit right here. Yeah, it's not bad. Now, if I click on generate, now you can see that everything has changed apart from that bit that I have logged. So you can generate in that way, you can generate 16 unique beats, merging or mixing different styles. It's super flexible what you can do. Right. Um, Now, if you're not happy yet with your beats and you would like a different sound, you can just cycle. You can cycle between different sounds. You can also load another drum kit. Cool. You can adjust also the effects, so you can fine tune, how big the room reverb is gonna be, how long the longer type of reverb is gonna be, the delay feedback, the timing of the delay, different values here. So there is quite a lot of flexibility there. You can also, let's say that, okay, let me put back this trap kit. Yeah, I don't like the snare, right? So I would like to use my own sounds that I have spent a fortune getting. In that case, you can simply, no, you cannot because that's incompatible. Okay, wrong sound. Sorry. But you can drag and drop most well-known formats here, or click on import and then import your own sounds, and you can also edit them via the sampler here. Yeah, I don't like that. Let me just look for some seconds if I can. Okay, that's some tonal material, but why not? All right, let's try this. Okay, maybe that was not the the best example, so apologies. Okay, I'm just gonna increase the decay here and the pitch. All right, so what happens if I find a beat that I really like? Right. Cool. And then I want, to be able to export it in in Ableton Live in different ways. So I just let me repeat that for you. This is the export menu. So I can export the whole mix. Right. One thing, did I do that correctly? Yeah. Right. So that exports the whole thing as the audio mixdown. And here you can export individual stems, right? So you can export the kick, snare, clap, hi-hat, and cross. All right. So you get the idea here. So you can export them and do whatever you want to do with that. Another thing is that you can export a MIDI file, right? So you're going to use your own, I don't know, drum machine, favorite virtual drum plugin. Then you can just export MIDI and be done with it without Beatflux's own sample engine. Okay, let me just mute these tracks and reactivate Beatflux. So this is the basic workflow, right? So keep refining, keep generating. One thing that I did forget to mention is that you can, if you don't want to regenerate the whole bit set, because this big fancy generate button here generates the whole bit set, except of course for the bit slots that are locked. If you want to generate only one pattern or only some tracks inside the pattern, there is a convenience button here which does exactly this. So boom. Right. Okay. Of course, apart from hip hop, as I mentioned, there are different styles. If you want to get an idea of what kind of different styles and how they sound exist in Beatflux, you can also load some of the factory presets. Right. Also here, there's a global volume section. You see that there is a compressor, which by default is set to 75%. So if you want, you can of course adjust it, and that's gonna change the character of the sound. Back. And here is the master volume. I think that's quite clear. Okay, one thing is that these parameters, the sample parameters, is also automatable, so you can assign them to different controllers and control your stuff in real time if you prefer that. And speaking about real time, there are also two major features that help with the real-time playing of Beatflux. One, like AutoBeat, you can control the patterns via MIDI. So if you have a MIDI keyboard, you can select, you can assign different pitches here, and really, do that MPC style by pushing different buttons, different pads, and then the patterns change in real time. So that's really convenient for either if you have a sequencer that works with MIDI or any other way. And this is the real time mutation system generator, sorry, modulator. Well, you use whatever term you like. So, excuse me. That thing, what it does is that it's gonna start mutating a bit after playing X amount of cycles, right? So starts from 1 to 8. So that means that there is going to be a mutation every time the pattern has completed X amount of cycles. Yeah, for now, just going to put it to 1, and I'm gonna limit the loop to 4 so you can hear it pretty straight away. I think drum and bass is a good candidate for the mutation. All right, so you can see what that does. And if you don't want to use it real time, you can also apply it, like this, or undo if you're not happy with the result. Right. Wait, let me turn the real time mutation off. Cool. So basically, this is what Beatflux is. So it's a Groovebox. It offers you a step editor. It offers you built-in samples. You can use your own samples if you like. You can edit the samples. You can assign a couple of effects there. And you can generate beats. You can generate tracks. You can generate whole patterns, beat sets. And finally, you can export audio mixdown, MIDI. You can exclude the reverb and delay if you want to replace them with yours or for whatever reason, and the stems as well. Beatflux comes with a 14-day trial version, which is fully featured. There is nothing missing there, so you can get the full flavor. You can get the idea of the full plugin and decide whether it fits your workflow or not. And yeah, we're super happy to have released that, and we hope that you guys are gonna find it useful. The link and everything is in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.